There's no place I'd rather be.
No, and welcome back to Matchday Live, and it is me, Dan, back again, and we are on FIFA 17, and this will be my first FIFA 17 recorded video, and yeah, I've already played a couple of games as well, just beforehand, just to get up to speed with the new FIFA 17, and I have to admit, it's pretty much different to the demo. But anyway, let's get into the Matchday Live. So this Sunday at 12 o'clock, Man United have to face Stoke City at Old Trafford. So the team I've gone for this weekend is De Gea in goal. It's basically the same team that faced Leicester last week. So let's get into it. Let's play match. So if you didn't already know, oh god, I hate penalties on this. Let's go up here. They've changed penalties, like the player running styles and stuff. You can't like force them to go like run up really quickly. I don't know what it is. I missed the target. Anyway, right, let's get into the game. So let's talk about. Let's skip all of this. Let's talk about. Let's talk about last week's game against Leicester City, and well. How the fuck did we win 4-1? And how the fuck did we... Wait, hang on. Before this game started, thank the Lord Rooney got dropped. I know he's our club captain, but thank the Lord he got dropped. Because if he started that game, I could have seen us like drawing, like I said. But we actually played pretty well without Rooney. Mata was the number 10. We had Pogba and Herrera in midfield. Basically the same team I've got here. And we were just all right. The first 25 minutes, we were a bit. I have to admit, we were a bit clumsy. We did give the ball away a bit more. Leicester looked like they was about to score, but they didn't. And luckily, oh, what a ball to Ibrahimovic! Oh, what's a goal! Finesse shot, 1-0. First shot on target, convenient. Oh, I've just got an achievement, actually. Yeah, so... it was... Well, if you didn't know the scoreline, we won 4-1, and we scored 4 goals in the first half. 3 of them were corners, but 3 were corners. Do you know the last time Man United scored from a corner? I think it was like 2012. I think it was like 3 seasons ago we scored from a corner. But to get 3 goals from a corner, from set pieces, which is really good, I think, especially now that we've got the height as well with Pogba and Zatlan in there. It was a really good match to watch. I was like, oh my god, I can't believe what is happening. Lingard played well, Rashford played well, Mata played well, Blint did well at left back, even though I was a bit worried about him playing left back, but he actually played alright. Herrera, I think Herrera must play every game now. With Pogba, that is the partnership. Screw Fellaini, screw... I mean, you could say Michael Carrick, but I'd rather have Herrera there just for the more energy Herrera puts in. And he is a bit more attacking as well, and that's what I liked about it. He's like the perfect partner for Pogba. So I think he must start. He must start this weekend against Stoke. Pogba as well. It was good to see him get a goal. He was much more better. He was putting through like chip for through assists. He wasn't trying to force like tricks and stuff. He was actually trying to do stuff as well as play the ball as well. That's not a foul, ref. What are you on about? Oh, thank God for that. Rashford. Rashford as well started. He was pretty excellent. Get that? Oh, unlucky. I forgot to say. I was going to say, go on, Pogba on the volley, but yeah, it's nice to see the Premier League badges in the FIFA 17 as well, which is nice to see. Let's just. Oh, we got to pass it back actually. Wow. Yeah, we were just so good. Blint taking corners, which was a bit of a weird one, but he actually did pretty well for taking corners. Him and Mata were taking corners, swinging them in, and we were just dominating them after that. After the first that first half we were so dominated. It was unbelievable. It was like, I mean, I won't say we're back to the best, but we're not, because you can see if we put Rooney back into a team, it'll slow us right down, and I don't know. It'll be quite interesting to see what happens this weekend if Mourinho does select him, or if he selects him for the Zoria game. I don't know what their name is. Like, they're a Ukrainian side, so it'd be interesting to see. Oh, there he is. He's got an actual coat on this time. It'd be interesting to see what happens with his first team selection. Go on, Herrera. Crosses in. Rashford. Yeah, there we go. 2-0. Marcus Rashford. 2-0. It was nice to see Marcus Rashford with the tap in. I mean, we saw that corner. If you see Rashford's goal, we see that corner again. We see that corner. That's like a Van Gaal tactic. That one. It's a really good tactic, but it catches teams out, and it's pretty good. It was a pretty good goal. Obviously, they did get one back through a Demarai Gray. What a strike that was! I mean, Demarai Gray. Jeez. Talk about a shot and a half. I think his goal. I think out of all of them, his. Oh no, actually, Mata's goal was much. Mata's goal was good. I have to admit that. But oh yes, Ibrahimovic for 3-0. Yeah, 45th minute, convenient. 3-0, Ibrahimovic. Yeah, it's a bit of a weird one. I think that Leicester game. It's like they didn't really expect us to score from corners, and they just didn't defend that much. I mean, alright, they were the second half they were much better, but I mean, we didn't really have to attack in the second half. You know, we were 4-0 up at half time. Alright, they did start out pretty well, but they really didn't test De Gea really that much, except from Demarai Gray's 2 shots. I think convenient, 3 goals and 3 shots on target. So there we go. And yeah, so we did win 4-1 in the end. So it was a pretty good victory for us, but it did show that without Rooney, we do pretty well. And I think he must. I think he can play tonight in the Europa League, but I wouldn't start him in the. Go on, cross it, mate. Oh, Mata. I think he must. I think we'll play him as a bit part player now. I think he has to be. I think. I can't remember what Gary Neville said the other day, but he must be like a substitute player now. I think he's 31, 32 about that, but he can see in his legs that he's getting old. He can't he can't outpace people anymore. Do you know what I mean? So what the fuck? So to him to be a substitute or like a like midweek player for the Europa League and cup games and stuff like that, I will agree with that. Until he comes back to form, I think that's the best bet, and just to keep him and Ibra out of the same, because with him and Ibra in the same team, there's no pace. And when you've got Rashford and Mata, and you got Lingard on the wing as well, you can add pace to that team as well. You know, just have to have good players. I mean, he did come on in the second half, I have to admit that, but I think after that it was pretty much, you know, games, you know, pretty much all Man United after he come on. You know, possession wise we were dominating like normal, but it's nice to see that Mourinho does have the balls, you know, to drop him. So it's good to see that. Will he start on Sunday? I don't think so. I reckon he'll start tonight against Zora. It's a weird name, that Ukrainian team, but it's like Zorya. Zora. I don't know. Yeah, I reckon he will start tonight. I think we're at Old Trafford again tonight, so we don't have to travel that much tonight this week, fortunately. But after the Stoke game, I do believe it's the international break, so there won't be a Matchday Live next week. So I'll probably bring out like a new, bring out a journey or career mode that day. So look forward to that. I also will be bringing out a career mode and journey today, as this will be coming out tomorrow. Because I normally bring out Matchday Lives on Friday, so that's why I wanted to do it first. So get this out over and done with, and then, you know, go into the career mode. But yeah, so back to Man United. I think I think we should start the same team. I mean, we could rest a couple players. Obviously, I don't think Luke Shaw will play at left back this weekend, just because I think Daley Blind played. I think he played much better than. I'm not being horrible to Luke Shaw. He hasn't played that well, I don't think, this week or this. Oh, diving header. Oh, unlucky. He hasn't played that much. He hasn't played that pretty well, I don't think. This season, he had like a bad start with. All right, oh yes, good ball, shot. Oh, it's hit the crossbar. Oh, unlucky Mata. Get that, Pogba. Ibra on the volley. Ah, yes, 4-0. Ibra with the volley, smashes it out the net. 4-0. I want to see Ibra's back too. I think Ibra will start tonight against Zora, and he will start against Stoke as well. I want to see him back into the goals, because he hasn't scored this week, or he hasn't scored like for the last couple of games, and I want to see him on that scoring sheet instead of. All right, he did pretty well for the team. He almost scored a proper good goal against Leicester, but I still believe he can get like us goals, but he hasn't. Once he's like on off scoring form, he only does like he's only in there for the team. Do you know what I mean? Where he only holds the ball up, and I'd rather see him, getting the goals than hold the ball up. Yeah. So anyway, let's talk about our opponents, because we haven't actually talked about our opponent, our opponents for this week, which are Stoke, and well. There's not much to say about Stoke. They haven't started at all well this season, and I wasn't surprised. Mark Hughes wasn't. I'm surprised Mark Hughes hasn't been sacked yet. But I don't know. Maybe if he loses this weekend, he might get sacked. But I hate to see managers get sacked, especially past Man United players. So obviously I won 4-0 this one. I reckon it might play second leg fixture. That's pretty cool. I didn't realise that. I think we can easily beat them. If we can have that confidence where we had against Leicester, I think we can easily beat Stoke. Just because they haven't played pretty well the last couple of games. So I reckon my score prediction, I'm going to go 3-1 Man United. I think they might get a goal, but I think we can easily get 3 goals against them. So, yeah, that's my score prediction for this week. So, I'm going to go for 3-1. So, please like, comment and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time. So, right, I'm going. Bye.